And then meanwhile, you got Randy Marsh like talking about like, oh yeah, Mr. Johnson over there started a
I
restaurant.
thought this was America.
Thought it was America.
They also do very controllable ones where they just go really, like they had ScarJo playing an Asian chick slated to play one, and it's like you're asking
Ghost in
for
the
it.
Shell, which was actually such a great anime.
Yeah.
Like, were you ever into the anime game as a
Not
kid? What
really.
about just like cartoons as a kid? Like, I was obsessed.
South Park?
So, well, yeah, South Park. I still watch. Did you watch the pandemic special?
No.
Oh my God. Go get like your free trial of HBO Max or whatever and watch it. Because
South Park is an incredible show.
They absolutely like. Did you ever watch the 6 Days to Air, like the making of South Park? So they make each episode in a week.
Oh, I knew that.
They write it. They write it. Shoot. They do all the voice.
You want to talk about turning shit around? They would be in the news, like the news that just happened. It's like South Park has an episode on it. Trey Parker and Matt Stone,
geniuses, utter geniuses. Book of Mormon, amazing,
dude. And I never saw that. I have to see that.
So good.
But they may be some of the most underrated talents of creativity.
Yes,
we have ever had in this country.
Ever seen, man? They did the episode when I believe when Trump won the election, they had originally wrote it that Hillary won. So they had to, and think about it, the episodes come out Wednesday night and it was election Tuesday. Like, so in that 24-hour span, they had to change, or they had to like, hopefully they had some ideas and said they had to change the story around to make it so that Trump won in the episode.
They did an episode inside of 24 hours.
Yeah. Like they retooled the episode so that it was like Garrison becoming Trump and whatever.
They couldn't even do that on Seinfeld, and there were 2 sets and a live audience.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you watch that 6 Days to Air episode, man, they just turn it around like that. That writer's room is hysterical.
That's amazing.
Those two are unappreciated in the time that they're in, and that's why they get put on for 5 more seasons every year.
You know what the other thing is though? No one's safe on their show.
No.
They attack every single race, creed, religion, interest, public interest, news story, good, bad, indifferent, skin color. I think I already said that. They attack everything in a parody, satirical, fucking hilarious way.
Oh man, it's so
you can't
good.
be offended by it because they out-offend you at every single turn.
Yeah.
And they probably attack white males more than anything else in the entire thing.
Nobody's safe when it comes to that show,
dude. And it's and it gives me it makes me more mad too at how society is being so goddamn sensitive on everything, because this show has remained the cockroach, and I mean that in a good way in this case. Cockroaches never die, right?
Yeah.
It has remained the cockroach on TV forever and has kept an audience, and these guys are so creative, and they've done it proving that you just can't fucking take yourself or everything else so seriously.
You can't, man. Like, those guys just, it's simple. They're just utter geniuses. And the fact that they can turn a show around in a week, like, is like, that's how it stays relevant. Like, something just happened and all of a sudden this shit. So when you watch the pandemic special, it's very relevant to what was happening around like the summer and September time. Like when it came out, it's absolutely hilarious. You got the cops being the teachers now because they got fired, and there's no teachers, and you're bringing the kids into the COVID classrooms. And you know that there's certain characters, one might have gotten shot, you know, like in the middle of the episode. And then meanwhile, you got Randy Marsh like talking about like, oh yeah, Mr. Johnson over there started a restaurant.
I thought this was America.
Mr. Johnson over there started a restaurant. Whoops. She started a spa. Ouch. Meanwhile, weed sales have gone up to the roof. And when they finally realized that Randy Marsh is probably the best character on that show, they made him a main character, because I love Randy Marsh. Like ever since when it was like, oh my God, yeah, Sharon, I need my wife, Sharon. Yeah, I love that show. They have me on the hook for the rest of my life as long as it keeps going.
I found that when I was like 10 or 11 years old. My mom didn't know that, but my dad loved it. He would watch it late at night, like forever. I didn't know what it was at first, but that show probably taught me more about pop culture than anything. Yeah, because it just had everything. It had
everything in it.
It had every theme.
It did. It's hard to believe that the movie for the show came out back in 1999.
Yeah. Well, they also made Captain America, or what was
Team
it called?
America.
Team America.
Yes, great movie. Great movie.
Incredible.
Oh my God.
That's another one. Probably could never get made today.
Oh my God. Did you ever see Basketball?
Yes.
The sports movie.
Yes.
I was watching it not too long ago. I was losing it. I was just like, these guys are so fucking funny.
But we can still laugh at that. That should tell you something. Like, you watch that first scene of Team America, and, like, you know, they got the guy in the turban with the bomb. It's the most racist, stereotypical
it's
thing.
so racist.
But it's against everything and like, they're making fun of everyone. It's
because they're ripping on the U.S. They're just ripping on America right to America's face. Just ripping it right into their face.
And by the way, pretty prescient on the theme there, as far as like, oh, a little war happy here, aren't we?
Yeah, right? A little bit.
Like they kind of like I'd have to go back and look at it. They've nailed some things ahead of time. Like, people always talk about the Simpsons predict stuff.
Yeah,
the Simpsons and South Park nail a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, man. I think even the Simpsons called the 20th Century Fox acquisition by Disney, like, it literally said, like, 20th Century Fox, a Disney company, like 15 years ago.
Yeah. The one that's a little misleading, I think, is the Trump one, because I think they had an episode after of him coming down the escalator. Now people use it as a meme, like, they showed the escalator.
They got Trump. God.
Yeah.